Hi and welcome to this edition of Out the Box. My name is Paul. Today we're going to have a look at what is in this small brown Ruijie box. This is the RAP62 InWall, a wall mount device designed to give you Wi-Fi and Ethernet per room. This isn't a big technical overview. You're going to see those more on our YouTube channel. This is to show you what you get in the box. So we'll step through some of the standards and the options in this, but it's mainly to talk about what is actually in the box. So let's just head over and we can have a look. So if you have heard me talk about Ruijie before, I get very excited about the fact of a warranty card. Out the box you get 3 years of standard warranty. Then I'm interested in the install guide. Why? This comes with free cloud management. It is something very simple that you just need to put in the barcode from the device. As long as it can see the internet, it is manageable directly through the web interface and ready to go. No software to install and simple and easy. Now, like I said, this is a device to be mounted per room, so you will get a number of screws to fit that to the wall or your back box, which we'll have a look at in a moment, and you're going to get a quick release tool there as well. So let me just show you. Your Ethernet cable is going to come into the back here, and this is going to be mounted onto the wall. You're going to have a cavity in your wall, and your cable is going to come in through this hole here, and this is then actually going to basically slide, slip and hold this in place. So if we think about this, every country has a slightly different way of fitting it. Maybe you have a back box in your drywall here. This gives you a good number of screw options to be able to fit that over the top. Maybe you have a metal solution like that, again, fits on. Maybe you're in a country where you generally have these round back boxes, again, plenty of fitting options to get your screws lined up and all the way through that. So that's your back plate. As you can see, plenty of holes for screwing that into place. You could probably screw this to a hard wall if you wanted to, or straight onto the wall if you didn't have a back box. Just remember that your feed is going to come in through this cable, so you do have to allow for this recess at the back of the device. Then let's actually just look at this device itself. Well, let's just quickly cover this. If you've got this clipped back in place, you can probably see there's a little holding hole just there, and there's a hole just here. So once that's in place, you should be able to just push this down through the top, which will push this away from holding it in place. Should be that way around, and allow you to remove this from the wall. So like we said in the box, this is where your PoE is, so it's PoE powered. Ideally PoE AT, it needs about 12 watts of power, which will be powered, could be powered by normal AF or just normal PoE, which gives you up to 15 watts. But just remember, this does have an outward PoE port as well. So if you want to PoE power something else, you're going to need to give it a bit more juice. So you really want a PoE AT based PoE injector, or ideally a PoE switch to power that from. On the side, some small cooling vents there. Nothing really to see on the front. This is a wireless 6 access point. So it's going to give you, it's an AX3000, so 2.4 gigabits a second theoretically in the 5 gigahertz band, but you've only got 1 gig Ethernet port, so you're never going to go over that for that speed, and up to about 580, 600 megasecond in the 2.4 gigahertz frequency. Like I said, this is designed per room, so I wouldn't really be looking to get range of more than about 10 meters or so or off this, but do have a look on our YouTube channel. We do have a performance review of how this fared. Then on the bottom, very simple, 4 Ethernet ports. These are all 1 gig a second. And this one over here is a PoE out. So maybe you can plug in a PoE phone, like a VoIP phone or something like that, or another access point, or another device that needs the PoE powered. So a really neat all-in-one wireless 6 4-port switch, great to extend out per room, maybe in a hotel, a motel, maybe in your house where you've got one Ethernet cable run out and you really could do with a few extra Ethernet ports, as well as Wi-Fi in that room. So hopefully that's been useful. That has been the RAP62 InWall. Do head on over to our YouTube channel. We've got plenty more box openings on network, firewall, wireless devices, camera security there as well. Plenty of performance guides, how to configure and how to set up Ruijie devices as well. So do head on over, subscribe, and stay up to date.